Nashville football fans, a great look here inside of Nissan Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. Katie York set to get this one started. And away we go from Nashville. Julius Chestnut to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who plays with his own signature brand of hero ball at quarterback, it's Cam Ward.
The reason that Cam Ward went 1-1 in my estimation is he's one of those quarterbacks whose style of play just sets him apart. You just know it. He is a gunslinger, but looking for the balance of managing risks he takes while keeping those same fearless style of play right there in his pocket, that's going to be the challenge for him in his career.
First down throw here for Ward. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. While the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Offense no doubt jolted awake with that very first play, partner. Here's second and long. From the gun, it's Ward. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up third down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
On third and long, it's Ward. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. Well, they will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Ward off the play fake. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
It's going to throw here on third. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
It's a pickup of 44 yards. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First and 10, it's Pollard. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Jets are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. And that's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Smith. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
2nd and 3 now. And go play fake here with Smith. He takes it himself. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. That's caught. It's Brees Hall. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Gets him on the out route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Well, he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He'll hang on to it on the 2nd down option. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Smith on 3rd and long. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
33 yards on the play. First down, Jets.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Hall running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Smith. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Smith wisely slides down safely with enough to move those chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be dropped by the Titans. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Kate, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Looking to throw, Smith. Throw is caught. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. On 3rd and goal, Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
On is Tate York for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Titans, nothing.
On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Chimere DK on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
New set of downs for them from the 31. Tight end in motion left. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the Stix.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing now on first down. Ward. This one taken in by Granson. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Steps up, and he's running with it. And Ward's going to hit the jack as he gains enough for that first down.
It's a gain of 14.
That's the end of our opening quarter. The Jets with an early lead. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Tom on a catch, left side. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Ward setting the pass. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Titans have a first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Spears running behind center. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
A gain of 9 yards.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Pollard will take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Titans tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. They start the drive with Hall. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
We've set it downs from 37. First down, Smith to throw. And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Smith to the air now. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Smith setting the throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. The Titans with Chimere DK deep to return. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Ward. Throwing the out route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, they go with Pollard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Finds the in route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Titans first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's a jet sweep. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. Third down coming up.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. But the defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came of that one.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Ward, a quick throw, complete. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. 3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Ward now. Pass complete to Robinson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That one gains 7. And the Titans have a first.
That's another Titans first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Titans first down. 1st and 10.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Right back to Pollard. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get some late points and the lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jets 7.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Jets headed out on offense late in this first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. He completes it in traffic. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36.
And
the Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And the Jets first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Smith. Absolutely fires this one right side. Caught at the 20-yard line. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And the defender comes away with it. Look at Xavier Woods in there to pick it off. And the Titans are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field.
Joey Sly.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. the slant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Mitchell. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 3 now. And go play fake here with Smith. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
A gain of
3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them
First
chains!
and 10
Build
at the
momentum.
34-yard
Keep that
line.
defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Smith in the pistol. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Out of the backfield, looking for Breece Hall there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
That one's complete over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say, you never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Smith. Next with his back, Hall. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw again. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. We motion the tight end over. Back to the air. It's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Katie York now on for the field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The York knocks it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Now on the return, here's DK. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. They give to Pollard from the gun. Escapes the defender. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun. It's Ward. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it downs from 37. Handoff running right. Pollard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 37-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Zone read here. We'll give to Pollard. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's good for a Titans 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Ward off the play fake. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Smith back to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. It's on the end route. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Jets 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Fights his way through a tackle. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
All gets it again on second down. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Stop is made. Oluwafemi Oladejo.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Smith to the air now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They go right back to Hall. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
A gain of 12 yards.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Now Smith taking off with it. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Geno Smith with a touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
York now for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Jets push their lead to 3.
Titans 14.
On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Chestnut on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10, it's Pollard. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Pollard. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most first as this play picks up 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught by his back here. It's Pollard. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 2 here. And the Titans have a first.
First down.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. First down from the 42. Running right, here's Pollard. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 here. Ward. Complete left side to Robinson. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ward. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Now a toss. It's Pollard. And he ticks this one in for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a 4th quarter lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans take a 4-point lead.
Titans 21, Jets 17.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Jets back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Smith setting the throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Smith on 3rd and long. Excellent protection so far. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay 1 play ahead of their defensive foes.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, here's Ward. Fits it through the middle. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly, but the catch moves him to the 48. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Titans have a first.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in 1 effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Now it's Pollard. He's going to bring this down to their 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All set to go now from the 35. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Titans, 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard. That's a nice running there. Gets him a 3rd down coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Third down, here's Spears. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
A 36-yard attempt.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Tate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, here's Smith. Deep pressure coming, and they take him down. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. He'll throw it. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Desperation time here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And forget that was 4th down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play, and that gets him a 1st down.
Gain of 22 yards. 1st down, New York.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Smith on 1st down. He goes back to it. Oh, the football's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the...
Now, hang on. They want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So following the fumble and the recovery, here comes second and short. They'll look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
48 yards.
The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
New York.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. They're running the option, short side. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets cut it to a point late in this one. Geno Smith with a touchdown. His third total score in this game. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Chestnut on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Titans to the line now. First and 10. Back to throw. Ridley makes the grab downfield. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Going with Pollard on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Back to the line they come, second down. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
Punt coming now from the Titans on this 4th down. On comes Johnny Hecker. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Jets back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for 2nd.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To the air, it's Smith. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Looking to throw it. Wilson's got it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
They start the drive with home. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Now Smith taking off with it. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Smith in the pistol. Finds him on the crossing route. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and goal, Jets.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Hall. And he scores! It's a touchdown on the first drive of overtime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Titans 24.
All right, gonna need to go touchdown for touchdown here. This game is over as this kicks away. Now on the return, here's DK. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's his turn in overtime. This is a heater going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Certainly got to pick your shots. When to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
This entire game hinges on them finding the end zone, Brock, as they come up on 2nd down. Shotgun snap out of Ward. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Running for the first with Pollard. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans have the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Titans first down. First and 10
Had the first down by a
43-yard
comfortable
line.
margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down throw here for Ward. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
Intended
Not
for
on the
gain
same
of
page with his
12.
tight end.
Incomplete.
And it sets up 2nd
It's
down.
now 2nd and 10.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
They kick the running back in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Jets going to the dime set ahead of this 3rd down. A motion to tight end left. On 3rd down, Pollard. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
1st and 10 here. Ward. This finds Bellinger. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
13 more yards.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
From the gun, it's Ward. It's caught, so they've got a touchdown. It's a 1-point game in overtime now. They can play for the tie or the win. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now for the point after. That's going to end this in a tie or a loss. And everyone can breathe easier here as he knocks the point after through. And now it's golden goal here in overtime. Next score wins. Next score is going to be the one, Brock, that ends this game. All right, we're set and back underway. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. He cuts it to the right sideline. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
A gain of 62 yards. And the Jets, first down. 62 yards on the play. First down, Jets.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. On comes Cade York, a lot riding on this kick. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick is good, he got it! And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say goodbye from Nashville.